you have the best intentions. You're gonna arrive at the golf course 35, 40 minutes early, get a good warm-up session in, and have a great day at the golf course. And what happens? You're running late. Well, today we're gonna talk about exactly how to deal with that, and I'm gonna give you a specific drill that works for me every single time. I'm PGA teaching professional Todd Cope, Director of Instruction for US Golf TV and the Sanford Power Golf Academy. And if you're like most adults, you got 1,000 things going on, and when you get to the golf course, you're usually running late. So how are we gonna deal with that situation? Let's say we've only got 10 minutes before we tee off. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna share with you the drill and the suggestion that I make to my golfers when they're in those situations. So if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Also be sure to leave a comment. I love hearing from you, and I do my best to respond to all of them. So the thing that you can control, and one of the most important things of having a good day in the golf course, is something so basic that it's overlooked all the time, and that is having the ball in the right spot, ball position, and stance width. It's super simple to check, and it's a key ingredient to having a good day in the golf course. So I like to use my Reimer short game training aid for that. So the drill is basically this. I got to the golf course. I've only got a few minutes before my tee time. I bought just a small bucket. 25 balls is maximum. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna hit 6 shots. I like to call this my 6-ball drill. I'm gonna hit 6 shots with a wedge. I like to use my pitching wedge. I put my training aid down here. I just check my ball position and my stance width. Now I've already done my work, so I know exactly from previous practice sessions where my right foot should be, where my left foot should be, and where the ball should be. So I'm just gonna go ahead here, and I'm gonna hit 6 of these. Just getting loosened up and warmed up, but I know my feet are in the right spot, and I know the ball is in the correct position in terms of allowing me to be successful. The next 6 balls you're gonna hit are with a mid-iron. Now I like to use the 7-iron just because when I was a kid, I just hit tons and tons of 7-irons for some reason. You could use a 6-iron, 8-iron, doesn't matter. But once again, I'm gonna check my ball position here. I'm gonna adjust it a little bit because I got a 7-iron now versus the wedge. I've got my feet already where I want them. And I'm gonna go ahead and hit 6 of those. So I've hit a total of 12 shots. Probably it's only gonna take you a couple minutes. Now, the last thing we wanna do is, of course, we gotta hit some drivers, because typically most golf courses, the first shot is a driver. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and tee one up here. I'm gonna go ahead and make some adjustments here with my ball position, get it and the number I want it on right there, my feet in the right spot, and I'm gonna go ahead and hit 6 of these. All right, so I've hit a total of 18 shots, 6 wedges, 6 mid-irons, 6 drivers. All right, I've got my stance width correct. I've got the ball in the right spot. I've controlled a couple of those variables. Now the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head over to the practice green. So we've moved over to the practice green, and we're gonna hit a couple chip shots and a couple putts. Now, once again, I've got my Reimer short game training aid down here. The objective is the same when it comes to chipping. I'm gonna hit 6 chip shots. Now, I like to do those pretty close to the green. I'm just hitting your basic bump and run, because remember the objective. The objective is to make sure I've got the ball in the right spot and I've got my stance width correct. So I've already predetermined that, much like I did with my driver and my mid-iron and my wedge. And I'm just gonna hit a couple little chip shots here, right around the green. I'm gonna hit a total of 6 again, and I've got the ball in the right spot. I've created good, consistent habit there. Now I'm gonna hit a couple putts. I'm gonna hit 6 putts. Now, I suggest strongly that you do these putts from 3 or 4 feet, because there is nothing better than seeing that ball go in the hole numerous times as you walk to the first tee. That is a key, because you want to finish on a positive note. So once again, I just put my training aid down. I've got my feet in the correct spot. I've got the ball in the right spot. I'm gonna hit 6 putts. Hopefully I'm gonna make every single one of them, and I'm gonna walk to the first tee. So when we get to the golf course, we've only got a few minutes to warm up, probably 10 minutes. We have hit drivers, we've hit mid-irons, we've hit wedge shots, we've hit a couple chip shots around the green, we've hit putts, we've covered almost all aspects of the game. We've done it in a short time, and most importantly, we have guaranteed that the ball's in the right spot, my stance width is correct in each one of those aspects, and I've set myself up for a good day at the golf course.